Kappa, outdated. PogChamp, overrated. Long have you waited. Now, we debated.
Hell, it's about time.
I got you baited! I got you baited!
No matter what game you play, you've seen a bait. You've seen one player outmaneuver or trick another with a strategy they didn't see coming. And even outside the game, you've definitely fooled one of your friends into doing something really stupid.
Oh, we got some donations flooding in. Foreskin Tim, he donated $10. He said, shout out to all my young Samus mains.
You fell for the oldest trick in the
Oh
book.
my God.
Shout out to the $1 donation from Jenna Tools.
Hold on, no, you just did it!
Jenna?
You just did it! You just did it!
Twitch users have a simple word for the feeling of euphoria you get after making your opponent or friend look like a giant idiot. Jebaited. The face itself belongs to fighting game tournament organizer Alex Jebailey, who runs DreamHack's fighting game events and founded the CEO Tournament Series. CEOs are best known for their top 8 wrestling ring stage and the incredible entrances it inspires. But Jebaited wasn't always the manifestation of prankster joy that it is today. It was once a completely different face. The face of legendary 90s wrestler, Slim Jim evangelist, and human personification of cocaine and steroids, Macho Man Randy Savage.
I am the cream, yeah, the cream of the crop. And there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage.
In 2011, Jebailey happened to be friends with Ben Fishsticks Goldhaber, one of the earliest employees of Twitch TV, and Fishsticks decided to give Jebailey a global emote.
There was a picture I had just taken of me just standing in like a random swagger position with a microphone at I think it was CO 2011, the very first one in the new hotel. And somebody put a Macho Man Randy Savage picture next to it, and they're like, holy shit. Like I was in the exact same pose as him, not even knowing. And so Boss Logic saw that. He put a beard and glasses on me. Back then, I was friends with Fishsticks. He was one of the first guys to support the FGC. And he's like, hey, you know, his CEO's growing in popularity. You know, I work at Twitch. Would you like to just, you know, be an emote with that Jebaited picture because it looks like a funny picture? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
And so the Macho Man emote stuck, but it was known as Jebaited. The word Jebaited itself was coined by the FGC, specifically Jebailey's local community, because of a habit he had of unmapping buttons on his fight stick and then pressing them to confuse opponents who were listening too carefully.
I used to have an empty button where I would hold back with Balrog, charge it, and then press forward and hit the empty button. So my opponent would think I was doing a dash punch. They would do something, I would punish him with Ultra, and one guy's like, you got Jebaited. And that's where the word kind of took off from there.
But it wasn't really being used to describe that prankster's high of seeing someone get baited, at least not until 2016, when Twitch came knocking again.
5-6 years later, Twitch had hit me up like, hey, we're future-proofing all our global emotes for 4K and tablets and everything. Do you have a higher res image of that photo? And I'm like, probably not. Let me go ask my guy. And Boss Logic was like, dude, I deleted that years ago. So he couldn't find anything. They're like, well, yeah, if you don't have it, we'll just take it off. I'm like, no. Rick from Combo Breaker, you know, my branding manager, we were just like looking through all the CEO pictures I had. And just like, what looks like my face, you know, that's recognizable and stuff. So we saw just a bunch of them. And that picture was taken when I was watching Kenny Omega and Xavier Woods, which was a total surprise. Kenny was there, but Xavier Woods showing up was the total surprise we had been working on. I had to like sneak him to the hotel and all that and have him like appear on the stream. And then they started playing their little Street Fighter V exhibition, which went viral, is huge. And Robert Paul took a picture of me just in the right moment where I'm just looking up at the screen watching and the crowd just going nuts. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, yeah, we did this, you know, like how awesome it was and how happy I was.
Thus, the new Jebaited was born. Not of Macho Man.
I could take all the candy and pour it on your head right now, but I ain't gonna. I'm gonna pour it over mine.
But of a different, also insane wrestler.
Xavier Woods!
Good grief.
It didn't take long for people to notice it either. Within a few days of the updated Jebaited emote appearing on Twitch, someone developed the now iconic Long Have We Waited copy pasta, which spread like wildfire.
2 weeks later, it was like League of Legends Worlds at the time, and somebody created that copy pasta, and man, it just took off to 400,000 viewers in the League of Legends chat, not even FGC chat, and it just blew up from there. And then everyone's like, Jesus, Jabali's in the League of Legends World chat, and then just it escalated, man. And then it just goes over, and now I still get messages like I was streaming, and everyone kept saying Jabate in the chat, I hate you. You know, people are saying the word at schools and stuff. I have friends that I hire for some of the events I work, like DreamHack, and they're like, yeah, I'm a teacher, and a kid said it randomly to another kid. Like, oh, how you got Jabate? And he's just like, God, I have to think about Jabali at work too.
The name Jebaited goes almost perfectly with the emote. Baiting someone is a joy, especially if they fell for something obvious, whether it's in-game.
What the hell is he doing? Oh, shit!
My turn. Here I am.
Jebaited! What? Oh my god! I can't believe it!
Or out.
To summarize, a sporty guy, a jock, dated the prom queen. Do you ever wonder what she's doing now? You could, if you saw her, you could catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Why did?
I mean,
did,
we are
did you
on the
fly
late
out here
game.
for the show?
And wouldn't it be amazing if she was here?
Wait, what?
She's not here. We didn't do it.
It's easy to understand why its popularity spread so quickly. Jebaited is way more fun to say than baited.
They're betraying them. They're gonna kill Jab's Fnatic. This is what they get for trusting them. Oh, Abed's trying to escape. They get 3 kills. TNC. The Jebate.
And let's be honest, that thrill you feel when you make someone look like an idiot, there had to be a special face for that.
You really can, dude.
Look at this.
Come on, man. Stop it, dude! I only had, that was all the wood I had left to repair that. I only have one left.
Hey, Nidge, look. Ready?
Oh.
It's full. You gonna get it?
There you go, man.
Are you gonna get it? You got it?
No, he was only one!
Over the years, Jebali has put his face on a lot of things. He's essentially become the mascot of his own tournament series. His reputation for brand building even got him a spot in the indie fighting game Dive Kick as Jafali, a character whose head got bigger every time he won. After such a sudden rise to prominence, you'd expect Jebaited to go to Jebali's head, but it hasn't.
You know, I see it as just personal branding that people always relate it to the FGC, but the people that don't know me using it, I think it's awesome. And then I hear stories of like somebody uses the word and like, you don't even know who the guy is, like who? And then they'll like tell them like, oh my God, that's actually a person. Like, what is he like? And stuff like that. So, but it brings up conversations that get people thinking about what the FGC is.
That said, he has very much leaned into it. He takes pictures with just about everyone, doing the face and pose. Even the Daytona chief of police. It hasn't necessarily changed his life, though it has led to some weird situations.
Pokemon World Finals I was at, I was the tournament organizer for Pokken Tournament, and I had on my laptop the Jebaited picture, and I didn't hear them, but they were like international, and they walked by like 4 girls. They're like, oh my God, that's the Jebaited picture or whatever. And I'm sitting right in front of it, and they don't even notice it's me. And somebody like walked down, like, you know, that's the guy. They're like, no way. And then we like took a picture and stuff. It was funny.
While Jebaited isn't necessarily the most popular emote on Twitch, it is in the top 50. And a lot of the time, you'll see people post lulz and PogChamps between the Jebaiteds, but really, that's just inefficient memeing. The joy of LOL and the elation of PogChamp combined make up the glorious gratification of feeling smarter than the rube you tricked. A satisfaction that only Jebaited encapsulates. Truly, other emotes are outdated and overrated. The future is Jebaited.
And cut. Okay, let me check the card really quick.
Okay. What is it?
There's nothing on it.
What?
We're gonna have to shoot this again.
No, this is just like that Tachanka thing where you were like, oh, I swear the camera was in focus. On what? My thumbs?
Damn!
Why are you looking at me like that? Oh no. Have I been jebaited? You actually are a crouton, so. Un crouton. C'est un crouton, là. Yeah?
Shit tier lettuce.
At-
Shit tier host.
Well, at least the sauce slides off of me and doesn't get in all my holes like you.
I love the sauce in my holes.
Oof.